Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the penny, United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. Have you ever held a penny in your hand and thought, it's just 1 cent? Well, what if I told you that a certain penny, the 1994 Lincoln penny, might be hiding in your change jar right now / and it could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars? No, I'm not kidding. This is the story of how one little coin, so common that we barely look at it, has turned into one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of American coin collecting. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to tell if you have it, and why it could make you richer than you think. Now let's go back to 1994. Bill Clinton was president. The internet was still a baby. Gas cost about $1 a gallon. And the US Mint was busy producing billions of coins for circulation: nickels, dimes, quarters, and of course, the Lincoln penny. The 1994 Lincoln cent was made in 3 different mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The ones from Philadelphia have no mint mark. The ones from San Francisco have an S and are typically proof coins. The ones from Denver, with a D mark, were meant for everyday circulation. But here's where things get interesting. In extremely rare cases, a 1994 D penny has been discovered with proof-like characteristics, meaning it came from a proof set, or appears to have been struck using proof-quality dies under higher pressure. That's not supposed to happen. The Denver Mint wasn't making proof sets. Only San Francisco was. So how did this happen? Some experts believe that a few test coins, experimental strikes, or mint errors were somehow struck in Denver using proof dies or polished blanks, and either mistakenly or mysteriously ended up in collector sets or got released into circulation. Whatever the reason, these coins are incredibly rare. So rare that many collectors don't even know they exist. And when one does surface, it grabs the attention of top numismatists and auction houses across the country. Let's talk about the coin itself. At first glance, a 1994 D penny looks like any other. But once you know what to look for, the difference is crystal clear. Start with the finish. A normal 1994 D penny has a dull, matte appearance, nothing special. But a rare proof-like version will have a deep mirror surface, almost like it's been polished to perfection. When you tilt it under the light, it should reflect like a mirror. Next, look at the details. The lettering, the date, Lincoln's profile, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side should all be razor sharp. You might even notice a frosted effect on the raised details while the background shines like glass. If your coin looks like that, don't toss it aside. Don't spend it. Don't even clean it, because touching or cleaning the coin can ruin its value. Instead, protect it immediately. Put it in a coin holder or soft cloth. Then, get it evaluated by a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. Because if it's the real deal, it could change your financial life. Let me break down the value. While ordinary 1994 D pennies are only worth face value, 1 cent, the rare proof-like examples have sold for jaw-dropping prices at auctions. Depending on the condition, clarity, and authenticity, these coins have sold for anywhere from $2,700 all the way up to a staggering $76,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. From $2,700 to $76,000 for 1 penny. Just think about that. You could have a coin in your house right now that's worth more than a luxury watch, more than a brand new motorcycle, or even more than a year of college tuition, and most people would never know it. They'd spend it without thinking. They'd drop it on the sidewalk. They'd give it to a cashier without a second glance. That's why this video could be one of the most important you ever watch. Because knowledge is power, and in this case, it could also be pure profit. So what can you do right now? First, grab your change jar. Search through your 1994 pennies. Look specifically for the D mint mark under the ear. Then, hold the coin under a bright light and slowly tilt it back and forth. Does it shine like a mirror? Are the details razor sharp? If yes, set that coin aside immediately. If you have any proof sets from the 90s, especially any unusual ones that seem out of place, double check those as well. Sometimes coins get switched, or rare ones slip through the cracks. It happens more often than you think. You'd be surprised how many people have rare coins sitting in their collections and have absolutely no idea. Some find them in rolls from the bank. Others discover them at garage sales, estate auctions, or passed down family albums. And once you find something that even remotely looks like a rare 1994 D-proof like penny, reach out to a reputable coin dealer or submit it to a grading service. These companies specialize in verifying and valuing rare coins, and they can confirm if what you have is the real thing. Because if it is, you're sitting on something worth far, far more than a cent now. Before we wrap this up, I want to make one thing crystal clear: not every shiny penny is valuable. There are a lot of coins that might look flashy but are just well-preserved regular issues. The true key here is authenticity, condition, and that rare, mirror-like proof strike from a Denver Mint mark, something that shouldn't even exist in the first place. And that's what makes it so desirable. So remember this: always check your change. Never ignore a coin that looks a little too perfect. And keep your eyes open for that rare gem hiding in plain sight. Because a 1994 D Lincoln penny from a proof set, if it's real and in top condition, could be worth anywhere from $2,700 to $76,000. Let that sink in. This isn't just a story about a coin. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable things in life come in the smallest packages. And they're closer than you think. If you found this video helpful or eye-opening, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting secrets, and share this with your friends and family. You never know who might be sitting on a tiny fortune without even knowing it. Thanks for watching, and remember, never underestimate the power of a penny. Top 2. You might want to sit down for this one, because what I'm about to tell you will completely change the way you look at your pocket change. Forever. We're talking about a coin most Americans don't even think twice about. A 1-cent coin. A penny. But not just any penny. It's the 2001 Lincoln D penny, straight from the official United States Mint proof set. And yes, believe it or not, this tiny copper-coated coin has been flipping the entire coin collecting world on its head. Why? Because this particular version of the penny, struck with a D Mint mark from the Denver Mint and included in proof sets, is not just rare, it's potentially worth thousands of dollars. And I'm not talking about vague, collector value, here. I'm talking real cash. Big-time auction money. The kind of money that turns heads, drops jaws, and makes people dig through every coin jar they've ever owned. Let's back up a bit and understand what makes this coin so special. You see, in the year 2001, millions of Lincoln pennies were produced by both the Philadelphia and Denver Mints. These were your standard circulation coins, the ones that end up in wallets, cash registers, and soda machines. But then, there were the proof coins. Proof coins are not made like your everyday pocket change. They are struck using specially polished dies and planchets, struck not once, but twice, or even more, to ensure every last detail of the design pops with stunning clarity. The fields of the coin look like mirrors. The reliefs, the images of Lincoln, the lettering, the Lincoln Memorial, are frosted, like a perfect sculpture floating above glass. These coins are made in very limited numbers, and only for collectors. They are never meant to circulate. They are carefully packaged by the U.S. Mint in proof sets. Most people who own these sets keep them tucked away in boxes, forgotten in closets or attics. But within these sets, every now and then, one coin stands out, graded at the very highest level by professional grading services. That's when things get serious. The 2001 D Lincoln penny from a proof set that is graded a perfect PR70 Deep Cameo, the absolute highest grade possible, has been known to sell for life-changing money. Why is the PR70 grade such a big deal? It means the coin is flawless under 5x magnification. No scratches, no nicks, no discoloration. The surfaces are perfect. The contrast between the mirror background and the frosted design is intense. Out of thousands and thousands of coins, only a handful ever reach this level. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, if the needle were made of gold. And when a coin like that comes to auction, the bidding war begins. You're probably wondering, how much are we really talking here? Are these coins worth a few $100? A couple thousand? Try this. collectors have paid between $2,700 and a jaw-dropping $36,000 for a single 2001 Lincoln penny in perfect proof condition. That's right. A coin that cost the government a little over 1 cent to mint has sold for as much as $36,000. Now here's the crazy part. Some of these valuable coins might be sitting in homes right now, completely unrecognized. People who bought U.S. mint-proof sets back in 2001 might have one and not even realize what it's worth. Maybe it was a gift. Maybe it's stored in the original plastic case, never opened, gathering dust on a shelf. If you're one of those people, now is the time to go look. But here's a warning: don't rush to sell your penny before knowing what you have. Condition is everything. You need to send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Only they can determine if your coin truly meets the PR70 standard. And even a PR69, just 1 point lower, sells for far less. There's also something else to consider. The coin market is hot. As more collectors enter the game, prices are surging. Coins that were worth a few hundred a decade ago are now selling for thousands. That means that the value of coins like the 2001 proof penny could still go even higher in the future. If you own one, you could be holding on to an appreciating asset. So what can you do right now? Step 1. Check your collection. Do you have a 2001 US mint-proof set? Look at the penny inside. Is it still sealed in its original government packaging? Step 2. Inspect it carefully. If it looks perfect, mirror background, frosted design, no visible flaws, it may be worth sending in for grading. Step 3. Get it professionally graded. That's the only way to unlock its true value. And finally, do not spend that coin. Not now. Not ever. Because while everyone else is walking past pennies on the ground, tossing them in drawers, or letting them collect dust, you might be holding a piece of American treasure. A 1-cent coin that could be worth $2,700, or even as much as $36,000. Who would have thought that the most valuable thing in your house might be hiding inside a little plastic-proof set? Go look for it now. Because these coins are out there. And someone's going to cash in. Why not you? Top 3. Most people never look twice at a penny. It's the coin we toss into tip jars, leave in parking meters, or ignore when we drop it on the floor. But what if I told you there's a single penny out there that could be worth more than your entire monthly paycheck? Or even more than a brand new car? That's right. One single Lincoln penny, dated 2002 with a tiny D mint mark, has been quietly turning heads in the coin collecting world, and making some lucky people thousands upon thousands of dollars richer. Now listen carefully, because this isn't the kind of coin you find just lying around in your pocket change. This is a coin that came from a very specific, highly polished, and carefully prepared set, the 2002 proof set. And what makes it so special is not only where it came from, but how it ended up being worth a jaw-dropping amount of money. Let's go back to 2002. That year, the US Mint was producing proof sets in San Francisco, as usual. That's where all proof coins are typically made, with the iconic S mint mark, flawless mirror finishes, and extra care in detail and quality. But something unexpected happened. A small number of Lincoln pennies from that year have surfaced not with the San Francisco S, but with a Denver D mint mark, a combination that was never supposed to exist in any official proof set. And that's exactly what has turned this coin into an underground legend. Picture it, a coin with the perfection of a proof strike, that deep mirror-like surface, those razor-sharp details, that gorgeous frosted profile of Abraham Lincoln, but with a mint mark from Denver, which did not mint proof coins. It's a minting mystery. A hidden gem. And for those few collectors who own one in perfect or near-perfect condition, it's a jackpot waiting to be cashed in. This isn't just about rarity. It's about condition, provenance, and the thrill of the hunt. Coins like the 2002 Lincoln D penny are often tucked away in unopened proof sets, forgotten by time, sitting in drawers, boxes, estate sales, just waiting for someone with a sharp eye to realize what they've found. If you've got one, or if you think you might, it's time to look very closely. Because when the right coin meets the right buyer, the price it commands is absolutely staggering. Imagine holding a coin no bigger than a dime and realizing it could change your life. That's what collectors have discovered with this very penny. Coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC have authenticated these rarities in ultra-high grades, with some even hitting the elusive Proof 69 and Proof 70 levels. And when these coins come up at auction, they don't just sell, they explode in value. So let me tell you exactly what kind of numbers we're talking about here. We're not talking about a few $100, or even a couple thousand. A high-grade 2002 Lincoln D penny from a proof set has been known to sell for as low as $2,700. Yes, that's $2,700 for a single penny. But it gets better. In private collections, online auctions, and elite coin shows, the absolute finest examples, those in nearly perfect proof condition with a deep cameo finish, have been sold for an unbelievable $43,000. That's right. One single penny. $43,000. No exaggeration. No myth. Just cold, hard cash. Think about what you could do with that kind of money. Pay off debt. Take your family on the vacation of a lifetime. Put a down payment on a house. All from a penny that most people wouldn't even bend down to pick up. So here's the big question. Do you have one? Or better yet, have you ever received a proof set as a gift, inherited one from a relative, or found one tucked away in a forgotten closet? It's time to dig it out, dust it off, and look closely. Look for that shiny mirror surface. Look for the deep cameo contrast. And most importantly, look for that tiny little DE mint mark under the date. Because this isn't just about coin collecting. It's about discovering that hidden piece of American history that slipped through the cracks, ended up in your hands, and could now be your ticket to an unbelievable payday. Every day, collectors across the country are waking up to the realization that small, unexpected coins are making big money. But this 2002 Lincoln D proof penny? It's on another level entirely. It's rare. It's mysterious. It's valuable. And it could be sitting in someone's drawer, completely unnoticed, until today. So if you've got proof sets lying around, check them. If you're browsing coins online or at a show, ask about it. If you've never looked twice at your pennies before, it's time to start. Because you never know when you might stumble upon the next treasure hiding in plain sight. And remember this, one single coin, the 2002 Lincoln D penny, from a proof set, has already sold for between $2,700 and an incredible $43,000. Keep searching, keep looking, and don't let this penny-sized fortune slip through your fingers. Top 4. If you ever come across a shiny little coin in your collection or tucked away in an old proof set, don't blink, because you might be looking at a treasure worth thousands of dollars. Yes, we're talking about the 2012 Lincoln D penny, a coin so overlooked by many, yet hiding some jaw-dropping secrets that could make any coin collector's heart race. Especially the one from the proof set. This is where the real money lives. So before you spend that penny, or worse, toss it in the change jar, listen closely, because this story is about to change the way you look at your spare change forever. The Lincoln penny has been a staple in American currency since 1909, but the year 2012 holds a unique place in this coin's history. By that time, the reverse design had already changed to the Union Shield, a symbol of national unity. While most 2012 pennies go unnoticed in pockets and jars across the country, there's a special kind, struck with precision, brilliant detail, and housed safely inside proof sets, that is turning heads in the collector world. And one specific variety, the 2012 Lincoln penny struck at the Denver Mint, known as the D Mint mark, is quietly becoming one of the most valuable modern pennies ever discovered. Now here's where things get interesting. The 2012 Lincoln D penny from the standard circulation batch isn't what we're after. We're talking about the high-quality version pulled directly from a United States mint proof set. These coins weren't made for circulation. They were struck multiple times with mirror-like finishes, sharp details, and flawless beauty meant for collectors. But one of these coins, believed to be from an experimental batch or due to an extraordinary minting error, has been graded and confirmed to be of such exceptional rarity and perfection that it has stunned experts and auction houses alike. Picture this, a coin you'd expect to be worth a single cent, instead breaking into the spotlight and selling for thousands. Not just hundreds, thousands. Because of its condition, strike, and rarity, This 2012 Lincoln D. penny from the proof set has shattered expectations. And collectors aren't just looking for it, they're paying top dollar to get their hands on one. How much are they shelling out, you ask? One certified example of the 2012 Lincoln D. penny from a proof set, graded at an ultra-high level, has been valued at an eye-popping $2,700. Yes, that's right, from 1 cent to over $2,000 just because of pristine quality and rarity. But it doesn't stop there. In the right condition, with the right certification and collector demand, this coin has soared to even more jaw-dropping figures. In private sales and auction listings, there are reports of similar coins reaching values as high as $36,000. Let that sink in for a second. A 2012 Lincoln D. penny from a proof set, just a small, copper-plated coin, potentially worth $36,000. That's a down payment on a house. That's a brand new car. That's life-changing money in a coin you could be holding in your hands right now, hidden in a forgotten drawer or buried deep in your proof set collection. So what should you be looking for? A sharp, flawless surface. A mirror-like finish with razor-sharp design. No nicks, no scratches. And most importantly, the D mint mark clearly visible and the coin certified by a professional grading company. If you have proof sets from 2012, don't let them gather dust. Take a closer look. Because the next time you glance at that little penny, it might not just be change, it might be your golden ticket to thousands of dollars. Always remember, the treasure isn't always buried deep. It might just be sitting in a coin case waiting for the right eyes to find it. Keep hunting, keep searching, and who knows? You might be the next lucky collector to turn a simple penny into a fortune worth $36,000. Top 5. Imagine holding in your hand what most people see as just a common penny, something you might find in your pocket or the bottom of a drawer. But what if I told you that this seemingly ordinary 1995 Lincoln D. penny could actually be worth tens of thousands of dollars? Yes, a penny from 1995, a coin most of us wouldn't give a second glance to, might just be one of the most valuable cents out there. And today, you're going to find out why. Now, before you scroll past this video or toss that 1995 penny in the vending machine, listen closely, because this story is about an incredible hidden treasure right under your nose. The 1995 American Lincoln D. penny, especially the one from a proof set, is one of the most highly sought-after coins by collectors and investors alike. These pennies aren't just pieces of copper, they're shining examples of numismatic rarity and quality that have skyrocketed in value. What sets this 1995 Lincoln D. penny apart? First, we need to understand the significance of the proof set. Proof coins are specially made by the U.S. Mint with a meticulous process designed to create a mirror-like finish and sharp details. Unlike regular circulation pennies, proof pennies are struck multiple times with polished dies to make every feature stand out crisply. The 1995 proof set was no exception, but within that batch, there were certain Lincoln D. pennies that displayed such exceptional quality that collectors couldn't ignore them. These pennies were produced at the Denver Mint. The D on the coin's face tells you that. And while millions of regular 1995 D pennies were made, only a very limited number of proof quality pennies were struck. Some of these proof pennies, especially those graded by professional services at nearly flawless conditions like MS-69 or MS-70, have become gold mines for collectors. Why? Because condition matters more than almost anything in coin collecting. A flawless 1995 Lincoln D. penny from a proof set, untouched and perfect, is a rarity. Most pennies from that year show wear, scratches, or imperfections, but the proof set coins are special. They're preserved in pristine condition. When you combine that rarity with the Lincoln cent's historic significance and the year's limited proof production, you get a coin that commands incredible prices. And here's where it gets truly exciting. Auctions and private sales have shown that these rare 1995 Lincoln D. pennies from proof sets can command eye-popping prices. In recent years, some have sold for as low as $2,700, while others, especially those with exceptional grading and perfect condition, have fetched jaw-dropping sums up to $79,000. Yes, $79,000 for a single penny from 1995. If you're wondering how that's even possible, it all comes down to scarcity and demand. Collectors are on the hunt for these pennies because they know their rarity makes them a unique investment. Unlike everyday pennies, which are common and circulated, these proof pennies are preserved gems. And as time passes, the number of pristine coins shrinks even further as some get lost, damaged, or melted down. So, what should you do if you come across a 1995 Lincoln D. penny? First, don't spend it. Don't toss it in a jar. Don't send it to the bank. Instead, take a closer look. If it has that mirror-like finish and sharp details, if it looks almost flawless, then it's worth having it professionally graded. Getting a coin graded by services like PCGS or NGC can confirm its condition and unlock its true value. And don't just stop at your own coins. Ask around. Check old collections, inherited coin sets, or even garage sales. Many people have proof sets tucked away that include this penny, and many don't realize what they're sitting on. It could literally change your financial future. The 1995 Lincoln D. penny from the proof set is one of the best examples of how a small, seemingly insignificant coin can become a valuable collector's treasure. From modest beginnings as a humble copper cent, it can turn into a fortune for the right person. So remember, the next time you find a 1995 Lincoln D. penny, especially one from a proof set, take a moment. That tiny coin might just be worth anywhere from $2,700 all the way up to $79,000. A penny that could turn your everyday life into a collector's dream and a serious payday. Don't miss your chance. Start looking today. Who knows? That one penny could be your ticket to something incredible. Top 6. If you think a penny is just a penny, think again. Especially if you have a 2014 American Lincoln D. penny from a proof set in your collection or stashed away somewhere. This isn't your everyday coin that's worth 1 cent. This tiny piece of copper-plated zinc could be worth thousands of dollars, and the crazy thing is most people don't even realize it exists or understand its true value. Today, I'm going to take you deep into why this 2014 Lincoln penny from the proof set is one of the most valuable and sought-after pennies out there, and why you should be searching for it right now before it's too late. Let's start by understanding what makes this coin so special. The 2014 Lincoln D. penny proof coin wasn't made for everyday spending. Unlike the billions of pennies minted for circulation, proof pennies are produced with a completely different process. They come from specially polished dies and are struck multiple times to create a coin with a mirror-like background and razor-sharp detail. These coins are only included in official proof sets sold to collectors, meaning they were never meant to be found in your pocket or at a vending machine. Because of this, the supply is extremely limited compared to regular pennies. Now, why does that matter? In coin collecting, rarity and condition are king. A coin's value skyrockets when fewer exist, and when they are preserved in flawless condition. Proof pennies, because they're carefully packaged and handled, usually stay in pristine condition for decades. They often have no scratches, no wear, and retain that stunning mint luster that regular coins lose the second they enter circulation. The 2014 Lincoln D. proof penny checks all those boxes, making it a gem for collectors. But there's more. The 2014 Lincoln D. penny proof has caught the attention of serious coin enthusiasts and investors alike because it's one of the few recent pennies that has shown tremendous potential for skyrocketing value. While most pennies from recent years sell for just their face value, the proof pennies from 2014 have been quietly climbing in value. This is due to a combination of factors: limited mintage, demand from collectors, and the growing rarity of flawless proof coins from this era. Many experts believe the value of these coins will only keep going up as time passes and more people learn about their worth. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the actual value. Depending on the condition, certification, and market demand, a 2014 Lincoln D. penny proof coin can be worth anywhere from $2,700 to an astonishing $65,000. Yes, that's right. From a few $1,000s on the low end, all the way up to 6 figures for coins that are in perfect, flawless condition, professionally graded and verified. These prices come from recent auction sales and private deals where collectors are willing to pay top dollar to own a piece of this rare modern coinage. Imagine that. A coin most people think is worth only 1 cent actually being worth thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. That's the kind of discovery that could change your financial life overnight. If you have one of these proof pennies, you're holding on to a true treasure. But remember, condition is everything. Even the slightest imperfection can drop the value by thousands. That's why it's crucial to have your coin professionally graded and authenticated by a trusted grading company to maximize its value. The demand for these proof pennies is growing fast because savvy collectors see them as an investment. Unlike many coins that lose value or sit stagnant, the 2014 Lincoln D proof penny has proven to be an exception with consistent price appreciation. More collectors and investors are searching for this coin, especially since proof coins from recent years are becoming harder to find in perfect condition. So, what should you do if you think you might have one? Don't rush to sell it right away. Take the time to get it professionally graded. This certification process not only authenticates the coin but assigns it a grade that collectors trust. A high-grade coin with a top-tier certification will always command the highest price. Once graded, you can consult with specialized coin dealers or look for reputable auction houses that handle rare modern coins. Getting the right buyer can mean the difference between a modest payday and a life-changing sum. If you don't have one yet, keep your eyes peeled because proof pennies like this occasionally turn up in estate sales, collections being sold, or even coin shows. Sometimes people don't realize what they have, so knowing the value of the 2014 Lincoln D proof penny could put you ahead of the game. Whether you're a collector or just someone who loves the thrill of finding valuable coins, this penny is definitely one to watch. To sum it up, this small coin with Abraham Lincoln's image is a hidden gem in the modern coin world. From $2,700 all the way to $65,000, it has shocked collectors with its astonishing value, and it continues to grow in demand and rarity. The 2014 Lincoln D penny proof coin is proof, pun intended, that even the smallest things can be incredibly valuable if you know what to look for. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos where I uncover more hidden coin treasures. And if you have questions or want to share your coin discoveries, drop a comment below. Until next time, happy hunting and may your pennies turn into fortunes. Top 7. Have you ever looked closely at your spare change and thought, "This can't be worth more than a penny, right?" Well, what if I told you that one single Lincoln penny from 1979, taken from a US proof set, could be worth thousands, yes, thousands, of dollars today? Stay right where you are, because this isn't just another story about rare coins. This is about the 1979 Lincoln D penny from a proof set that has turned into one of the most shocking surprises in the world of coin collecting. And if you're lucky enough to come across one of these, it could change your life. In 1979, the U.S. Mint produced proof sets for collectors. These were special sets of coins made using polished dies and high-quality blanks, producing a mirror-like finish. These sets were never meant for circulation. They were designed to be beautiful, flawless, and crisp, giving collectors a perfect example of each coin. But here's the twist. Among those perfect coins, a few slipped through with some very, very special characteristics. Ones that now make them unbelievably valuable. Now let's talk about the Lincoln D penny specifically. The D stands for the Denver Mint, where this particular coin was struck. Normally, Denver doesn't produce proof coins. Proof coins usually come from the San Francisco Mint with the iconic S Mint mark. So how did a 1979 Lincoln penny with a D Mint mark end up in a proof set? That mystery is part of what makes this coin so desirable. Coin experts and serious collectors believe these were error coins, struck accidentally and released in some very limited proof sets. Because of this, their rarity is off the charts. And when we say rare, we mean that so few of these coins exist that even professional graders jump at the chance to see one up close. We're not talking about minor minting flaws either. These coins have features that make them stand out like a shining diamond among ordinary stones. One of the things to look for is the clarity of the strike. These 1979 Lincoln D proof pennies have an ultra-sharp design, a mirror-like field, and that deep cameo contrast that collectors absolutely crave. And if your coin happens to be in pristine condition, graded PR 67, PR 68 or higher, you might be sitting on a gold mine. The demand for this type of error in the collector market is enormous. Every time one of these shows up at auction, it causes a frenzy. Let's put it this way. Most people toss pennies aside, thinking they're worthless. But the smart ones, Those who check their old proof sets or inherited coin collections, they're the ones who are finding treasures. People have gone to coin shows and discovered they were holding one of these rare coins without even knowing it. And when they got them appraised or sent for grading, they were hit with the kind of news that made their jaws drop. Now here's the part you've been waiting for, the jaw-dropping value. If you find one of these rare 1979 Lincoln D proof pennies in perfect condition, its value can range from $2,700 all the way up to $84,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, worth as much as a luxury car or a house down payment. So the next time you're going through your coin collection, or maybe you're opening up an old proof set you inherited from a relative, take a close look at that 1979 penny. Check the mint mark. Look at the finish. Is it flawless? Does it shine like a mirror? Because if you're lucky enough to find that rare Denver mint proof penny, you just might be holding a fortune in the palm of your hand. Don't underestimate the power of a single cent. Sometimes, the smallest coins can carry the biggest surprises. Keep searching, keep collecting, and never overlook a penny again, especially not the legendary 1979 Lincoln D proof penny. Top 8. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, just 1 cent, sitting quietly in a US mint proof set could be worth more than a brand new car? Maybe even enough to cover a down payment on a house? You heard that right. This is not a myth. This is the real story of the 2004 American Lincoln D penny, a coin so small yet so powerful, it's turning everyday collectors into lucky treasure hunters. And the most shocking part? It came from a simple proof set, something millions of people own, but very few truly understand. Let's go back to 2004. A year when the US Mint released another run of the iconic Lincoln penny. To most people, it seemed like just another ordinary year. The same copper-plated zinc coin we've been using for decades. But hidden within the proof sets of that year, those sleek, velvet-lined cases that coin collectors order from the mint, was a version of the 2004 Lincoln penny that would soon become a legend. It bore the D mint mark, struck in Denver, and while most people didn't give it a second glance, some collectors saw something remarkable. Because when this coin was struck with proof quality, under exacting standards, and preserved in pristine condition, its true value began to emerge. Proof coins are no ordinary coins. These aren't the coins jingling in your pocket or collecting dust in a drawer. They are carefully manufactured with polished dies, specially treated planchets, and are struck multiple times to achieve that mirror-like surface and stunning detail. Every letter, every Lincoln detail, and every edge looks sharper, bolder, and more beautiful than standard coins. But not all proof coins are created equal. And not all of them earn the grades that coin collectors dream about. Now here's where things get intense. Some of these 2004 D Lincoln pennies from proof sets, when submitted to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, came back with near-perfect scores. Imagine opening up your old proof set, sending that little penny in for grading, and receiving a result that reads, Proof 69 Deep Cameo. Or even the holy grail of modern coin grading, Proof 70 Deep Cameo. That's like finding a diamond in a pile of pebbles. And once that happens, the value doesn't just increase. It explodes. Suddenly, a coin that cost just a few dollars as part of a set is now worth more than your entire coin collection. Collectors began scrambling. Proof sets from 2004 started vanishing off shelves. Dealers began examining every 2004 Lincoln penny under microscopes, hoping to find that perfect strike, that flawless finish, that one magical detail that separates the average from the extraordinary. And yes, it happened. Some lucky individuals did find that flawless penny. Some had them sitting in drawers for years, completely unaware. Some inherited them from parents or grandparents. And some eagle-eyed collectors spotted the potential and sent theirs in for grading immediately. The results? Absolutely astonishing. These coins didn't just sell for a few $100s. No. They sold for thousands. Not once, not twice, but over and over again at auctions, private sales, and collector conventions. What makes these coins so valuable isn't just the low mintage or the proof quality. It's the condition. Only a handful are graded at the highest levels. And that rarity, that combination of pristine surfaces, deep mirror fields, and perfect contrast, is what drives collectors wild. Because let's face it, who wouldn't want to own the best? In the world of coins, perfection is everything. And when it's rare, the value can become unbelievable. So now you might be asking, could I have one of these coins? And the answer is yes. You absolutely could. If you or someone in your family ever ordered a 2004 US Mint proof set, that penny might be sitting there right now, untouched, unnoticed, just waiting for discovery. All it takes is a close inspection, a professional grading service, and a little bit of luck. And suddenly, you're in the game. You're not just a collector, you're a treasure hunter, because here's the reality. The 2004 Lincoln D. penny from the proof set, when graded in perfect condition, has sold for as much as $2,700, and at the very top of the market, this tiny, incredible coin has reached the staggering value of $44,000. That's right. From 1 cent to over $44,000. So what are you waiting for? Go check your proof sets. Look through your collection. That 2004 D penny you've overlooked for years might just be your ticket to an unbelievable payday. And in the world of coins, those who search are the ones who find. Top 9. Imagine holding a penny in your hand that could change your life. Not just any penny, but a 1990 Lincoln D penny, a coin that most people overlook, toss into jars, or spend without a second thought. But what if I told you that one very specific version of this humble-looking coin, straight from a proof set, could be hiding a massive payday? And I mean thousands upon thousands of dollars. This isn't just about collecting, it's about finding real money in your pocket change. So don't blink, because what you're about to learn could be the difference between a regular penny and one worth up to $55,000. Now let's get one thing straight. When we talk about the 1990 Lincoln penny with the D Mint mark, we're diving into a coin that was struck at the Denver Mint. Most of these coins were just part of regular circulation, mass-produced and tossed into wallets and cash registers across the country. But here's the catch. There's a very special version that didn't make it into circulation. It was carefully crafted for collectors, part of the US Mint's annual proof sets. These proof coins are struck using specially polished dies and planchets, resulting in an ultra-sharp, mirror-like finish that you can instantly recognize. But why is the 1990 D penny from a proof set so incredibly valuable? The answer lies in the details, and one specific error that turned a few of these coins into absolute treasures. Most proof coins don't even have a mint mark at all. But in 1990, the Denver Mint accidentally released a very limited number of proof pennies bearing the D mint mark. That shouldn't have happened. Proof coins with a Denver Mint mark were never meant to exist. Yet somehow, a few slipped through. And those few are now among the most hunted and highly prized coins in American numismatic history. Collectors go wild for this error because it's not just rare, it's an official mint mistake, which makes it both historically significant and incredibly desirable. Just imagine being the lucky person who opened a proof set from 1990, expecting the usual San Francisco minted coins, only to discover a shiny Lincoln cent with a Denver D staring back at them. That moment is worth thousands, and here's where it gets really exciting. The market value of a genuine 1990 D proof Lincoln penny has skyrocketed in recent years. These aren't the kind of coins you find every day. They're so rare that collectors will pay a premium just to get a shot at owning one. Some of these coins have sold for staggering amounts depending on condition, certification, and overall eye appeal. We're not talking about a few $100 or even a couple thousand. Oh no, we are talking big money. Now, take a deep breath and listen closely. If you come across an authentic 1990 Lincoln D penny from a proof set, you're looking at a value that can start at $2,700. And if that coin is in flawless condition, graded high by professionals like PCGS or NGC, you could be looking at a jaw-dropping $55,000. Yes, $55,000 for one single penny. So go ahead. Check your old proof sets. Ask your family members. Dig through that forgotten drawer or safe box where those old coin folders are stored. Because if you discover one of these rare 1990 D Lincoln proof pennies, you're not just finding a coin, you're finding a payday. This is the treasure hunt you didn't know you were part of. A tiny copper coin with Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. A coin that most people ignore, could be your ticket to thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. Don't underestimate the power of knowledge and a sharp eye. Because out there, hiding in plain sight, is a small piece of copper with the potential to change your life. And that's why every coin collector, every treasure hunter, and even every curious pocket change checker in the US is searching for the 1990 Lincoln D penny from the proof set. Because $2,700 to $55,000 isn't just a dream. It's a reality, if you're lucky enough to find it. Top 10. Have you ever held a penny in your hand and thought, this is just 1 cent? It's small. It's common. It's probably worth exactly what it says, just 1 cent. But what if I told you that one very specific Lincoln penny from 1996, struck at the Denver Mint, could secretly be worth thousands? And not just a few thousand, but possibly enough to take a luxury vacation, buy a car, or even make a down payment on a house? Now listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you isn't just a collector's fantasy. It's a real coin, a real story, and a real opportunity. And it all starts with one humble penny. Something you've seen a million times but never thought could hold this kind of hidden treasure. This is the story of the 1990 60 Lincoln penny, but not the regular one from your pocket change. I'm talking about the ultra-rare version pulled straight from a US mint-proof set. And if you're lucky enough to have it, or smart enough to recognize it, you could be sitting on an absolute goldmine. So, let's rewind for just a moment. In 1996, millions of Lincoln pennies were struck and released into circulation. They were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But only a fraction of these coins were made for special collector-proof sets. Those shiny, mirror-like coins that are carefully sealed in government packaging and never intended for circulation. Now usually, proof coins come from the San Francisco Mint. That's why you see the S Mint mark on almost every proof penny. But when a penny from a proof set shows up with a D for Denver instead of an S, it raises a lot of questions. Because Denver doesn't produce proof coins. So how did a 1990 60 Lincoln penny end up looking like a proof coin? That's where the mystery begins. Some experts believe these coins were struck using special dies, perhaps by accident, or as experimental issues that were never meant to leave the mint. Others think they were part of limited test runs, or mislabeling during packaging. But no matter how it happened, the result is the same: a stunningly rare coin with a perfect finish, deep mirrored fields, frosty raised details, and a gleaming look that sets it far apart from normal circulation pennies. And let me tell you, coin collectors love this kind of mystery. When you hold a true 1990 60 Lincoln penny from a proof set in your hand, you can feel the difference. The surface gleams. The strike is razor sharp. It's the kind of coin that makes even veteran collectors do a double take. And because it's so rare, and so many people don't even know it exists, it's become one of the most talked about coins in the collecting world. But here's the real kicker. The value of this coin? It's not some modest collector premium. We're not talking 10 or 20 bucks. This is where things get exciting and greedy. Because a flawless, uncirculated 1990 60 Lincoln penny with proof-like qualities, one that came from a US Mint proof set, sealed, untouched, and graded by professionals, has sold for jaw-dropping amounts. Serious collectors are hunting for this coin like treasure. Auction houses have seen bidding wars. Online forums are filled with questions, photos, and dreams of finding the real thing. Imagine opening an old drawer, flipping through a dusty proof set from the 90s, and there it is. That shiny little penny. At first, it might not look like anything special. But under the right light, with the right details and that Denver Mint mark, your heart skips a beat. Because if it's the one, if it's authentic and in top condition, you might be holding a coin that could change your life. And now, it's time for the moment you've been waiting for. The big question: how much is this coin actually worth? Well, buckle up, because verified sales of this rare 1990 60 Lincoln penny from a proof set have stunned even the experts. The price for one of these elusive coins has been recorded as high as $2,700, and in some cases, for the most pristine, perfect examples, as high as $51,000. Yes, you heard that right. From a 1-cent coin, to over $51,000. So the next time you're about to toss a penny aside, stop and look. If you have any proof sets from 1996, or happen to come across a shiny Lincoln penny with a Denver mint mark and an unusually perfect finish, take a closer look. You just might be holding one of the most valuable pennies of modern times. Keep your eyes sharp, your mind curious, and your collection ready, because treasures like this are still out there. And the next big discovery could be yours.